Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 29th of June, and on today's podcast, we will be covering a Twitter thread that I find most interesting. It was tweeted out by Joe M, and it comes from Burn Notice at BurnedSpy34. It is entitled, and I cannot say these key words, so bear with me, Thread, the Alliance View. The Alliance is an intriguing phenomenon, whether you believe it to be military communications, a political campaign, a social experiment, a LARP, aliens, Jesus, or our time-traveling selves. The Alliance following has become quite impressive, and I concur. But before we get into today's thread, would you please welcome my new sponsor, Virtual Shield VPN. Hello, fellow digital soldiers. Did you know the best way to secure your computer is by getting a VPN? If you don't know what that is, it helps hide your IP address, and the best one to sign up for is Virtual Shield VPN. Virtual Shield VPN is one of the easiest VPNs to use in the world. This month, Virtual Shield is offering a Father's Day celebration special of 20% off all VPN plans and all premium add-ons, including Protection Plus, residential access, monthly maintenance, phone support, and a VIP performance plan for as low as $3 per month. So sign up for a free 30-day trial to Virtual Shield VPN and see what the hype is all about. You have nothing to lose. This is the best way to support True Reporting. Thank you, and God bless. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Let's go ahead and hop into it. And this is True Reporting. So again, Thread, the Alliance's view. The Alliance is an intriguing phenomenon, whether you believe it to be military communications, a political campaign, a social experiment, a LARP, aliens, Jesus, or a time-traveling selves. The Alliance following has become quite impressive. Personally, I consider that the Alliance has provided ample proof that a worldwide military operation is well underway. I am often amazed at the Alliance's wisdom and sensitivity. At other times, I feel like the Alliance may also be operating outside of the time and communicating via patterns and numbers. I love this thread, by the way, guys. This is so up my alley. For some, the Alliance confirms suspicions and offers new leads to explore alongside old ones. For others, it's a conspiracy. The Alliance certainly encourages personal research and disconnection from corporate media networks, and for good reason. I enjoy looking at the news through the Alliance's filter. The Alliance encourages us to see beyond the MSM propaganda. I suspect that the Alliance is like an old carrier plane that helped launch space shuttles. In the context of this great awakening, the Alliance gave us the initial liftoff that launched our space shuttle so we can clearly see our captivity. Absolutely. We are now able to see how we have been played, right? We have fallen under the mind control of manipulation of very evil people. I also suspect that the Alliance may become redundant fairly quickly relative to the broader time frames. Once we no longer need that initial push. I have never really used the Alliance to try and convince people of anything. This is because time frames are fluid and disinformation is necessary. I don't hold strong beliefs about the Alliance either. I prefer to enjoy the show and allow the full fruit of the Alliance to be revealed in its own time. However, I do have a feeling that the Alliance posts will age extremely well. I do too. Recently, I was talking about the Alliance with a skeptic. I read post number 1644, where no one in the media will ask Trump, who is you-know-who. The light went on, because you-know-who is real. It is too easily disproved by Trump, and if the Alliance claims couldn't be verified, the charade is over. We are the majority and growing exponentially worldwide. I almost hope they don't ask. It would be fun to watch them try to manage to spin when 90% of the country is aware of you and all that you've been shining a light on. While the MSM still can acknowledge it, I can see them squirming now. It must happen. Conspiracy no more. Think of every post made. It would force us to prove everything stated to avoid looking crazy, correct? Let's explore deeper. An evil cabal fears our awakening, and they fear the Alliance. This reveals that the main purpose of the Alliance is to wake us up. We have been lulled to sleep, friends. Why do we need to wake up? Because an entity exists on Earth that has been ruling over us. How long have I been saying this? I have been saying this from day one, and a lot of people find it to be hocus pocus, but it's not. It's very real. There is a definitive line between good and evil, an ongoing war of duality, and this time evil loses. Will evil be back? Absolutely, because of duality. It could be thousands of years, but it will return. This is not a game, the Alliance. The cabal tried to block Trump, not because they didn't like him, but because he was not their appointee. They believe they have the authority to rule over humanity. If you are interested, more detail can be found out in my thread below. Ponder very carefully. This means that victory was secured in the 2016 election. Obviously, there is still work to do, but victory was assured. The Alliance Post 21 proves this. By November 2017, we could publicize anything without jeopardizing this, in quote, white hats operation. And we see here the Alliance on shilling. I've dumped some crumbs like this over the weekend, which started the intense shilling. At this point, we are far enough along you can paint the picture without risk of jeopardizing the operation. The Alliance didn't even start communicating until the entire operation was secure. This is why the Alliance says, enjoy the show. You still have doubts? In December 2017, the Alliance notes how much fun it is watching morons on their satellites and spy communicators. Hussein is evil and a real loser. No special treatment. Shopping around for a new handler, protection is fun. To watch on the satellites, spy communications. Morons, all of them, the Alliance. Patriots are in control. We are at the precipice of defeating the swamp. We are at the precipice, swamp, fighting back. Remain calm. We are here for a reason. Patriots are in control. Our only role here is to nourish the light within. Darkness is the absence of light. We are being launched. We are remembering who we truly are as spiritual beings. Peace and new expressions of love on earth is where we are headed. A lot of people could say, hey, this is ascension. Oh, don't say ascension because that's new age. What are we doing? We are rising up in consciousness where we will be shown different things. Different pieces of our DNA will start to come together. Pieces of it will start to awaken. Again, we can only use such a small portion of our DNA, of our brain. What if parts of our brain start to awaken and we start to being able to use telepathy and telekinesis? I believe that when Trump says that we are special people, we truly are. This is not hocus pocus. This isn't an episode of X-Files. This is a real thing that I believe that we have. I believe certain people do have it. If you look into CIA white papers, you can see that there is such thing as remote viewing, that these high-level CIA agents know how to do these things within the military. They can bring down planes through thoughts. I've seen the papers. All you have to do is go on DuckDuckGo and research this stuff. They are actual physical white papers from the government. We are special people. Don't get it twisted. Don't get down on yourselves. We are all very special. We are not created for war. We were not built for hatred and fear. This brings on another point, guys, off the cuff. Do you really think that Trump would ever take us into war when he even questions killing 150 civilians through a drone attack? He won't do that. I guarantee you that even with these people, the cabal members, they will not even be killed. They will spend the rest of eternity in prison and then they will face God. Trump is a light being. The family is a light being. This is evil dissipating, and now the light has returned. We are all about love. We aren't about killing and war. Every war that has ever taken place could have not, it didn't have to happen, guys. We could have gone around it. It didn't have to happen. But because of greed and evil, they did occur. But no more. We are in a new era of light. Feeding darkness strengthens our captivity. We must transcend it with wisdom and maturity. Consciousness will expose its oppression and injustice. Everything is about our shift in consciousness. A fun question here. In this exposure of darkness, I would prefer all criminals arrested and their deeds remain in human memory. No arrest, but all their deeds are erased from human memory. Simply explore your feelings. But remember, this must never happen again. A new authority is arriving. We will not use the same old systems created by evil. We are preparing for genuine democracy as opposed to the counterfeit version, which we all know all too well. And again, we are preparing for a genuine democracy. We are preparing for a new enlightenment of humanity. This is what is going to be fair. It's going to be love. It's going to be even. We are eradicating the darkness, the evil. It's really happening, guys, and you should feel so, you should get stoked on it, you know, for lack of a better term, because I believe that our souls brought us here for this exact moment, right? I really believe that we are here to witness this, and we're supposed to. We will begin to see righteous governments on earth. Righteousness literally means equity or fairness and comes from a root word meaning equitable. We will install leaders who embrace love, peace, and compassion. The Alliance was a part of a coordinated awakening. The Alliance kept people calm during a time that could have resulted in civil unrest. The Alliance encourages peace, not violence. They also use a healthy conversation about things that have thrived in darkness. The Alliance is not dangerous other than to the cabal. It really doesn't matter who the Alliance is because we have launched. As this vast and ugly truth comes into full view, be as compassionate as a guide as you can be and let people set their own pace. This has been my Alliance view. And you can follow the burn notice at BurnSpy34. One of the best threads I've ever read. I find it to be perfect. He is completely right, and I think that we're on a new wavelength of love and compassion, and we're rising up with Christ consciousness. A lot of people don't like that term because it sounds new age, but we are. We are so suppressed with negativity and just depression and anxiety and just unhealthy. Imagine turning all that around and loving each other the way that Christ lived. Correct? My friends, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other people. My friends, you can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal or Patreon in the description box below. And if that doesn't suit you, you can also go to our P.O. box, which is also in the description box. Please, my friends, be kind and loving to one another as we all should be, and I will speak with you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.